One of the easiest feelings on earth to mistake for love is relief. The argument finally ends. They text back after disappearing for 2 days. They apologize like they mean it. They come home, and suddenly, your whole body exhales. Your chest unclenches. You breathe like you've been holding it for hours. It feels so powerful, you assume it has to be love. But psychologists Richard Solomon and John Corbett proposed something called opponent process theory back in 1974. The idea is almost mechanical. After an intense emotional state, the nervous system swings hard toward its opposite. Fear collapses into relief, stress collapses into calm, pain collapses into comfort, and the steeper the emotional drop, the more overwhelming the relief feels on the way down. This is exactly where relationships start getting psychologically confusing, because relief is an extraordinarily convincing liar. After hours of anxiety, even ordinary kindness feels like a miracle. After emotional distance, basic attention feels like devotion. After surviving one more storm, the silence afterward feels almost holy. But ask yourself the harder question. Are you falling for the person, or falling for the fact that the crisis is finally over? Because those are not remotely the same experience. Love grows quietly inside stability. Relief only exists because instability arrived first and left a debt behind. Healthy relationships don't need repeated emergencies just to make ordinary affection register as meaningful. Think about stepping out of a deafening room. The silence outside feels incredible, not because the silence got louder, because the noise finally, mercifully stopped. Some relationships manufacture that exact illusion on a loop. The chaos becomes so constant and so familiar that every brief pocket of peace gets mistaken for proof you found something rare. But peace that only shows up between storms isn't the same as peace that simply decides to stay. Real love was never supposed to keep frightening you, just so relief could convince you it was special. Because love was never meant to feel incredible, only in the seconds right after the hurting stopped. Sometimes the healthiest love you'll ever experience is the one that never needed to break you first, just to teach you what being held actually feels like. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily love psychology, because next we're talking about why the people who fear abandonment the most often abandon themselves first.